In this video, I'm going to debunk the biggest myths old-fashioned tattoo artists repeat over and over again to gatekeep you and keep you from growing as an artist. Myth 1. You can't learn at home without a mentor. This is the biggest myth shared conveniently among tattoo shop owners that take 50% of their artist take home. I don't know why this myth will not die. It's simply not true. Maybe this has been true in the past when you couldn't buy a machine online, nor could you learn by watching any videos, say on YouTube or TikTok. And therefore, the industry, whether gatekeeping or not, was hard to get in without the prior knowledge of an actual tattoo artist in an actual tattoo shop. That isn't the case anymore. The day of having to learn strictly from a tattoo artist that not only believes that you have to learn through them, but also believes it's the only way you can and should learn. Just imagine any other industry expert telling you you can't learn the craft at home. I can hear the rebuttal.
But you can learn so much faster with the mentor.
You're assuming that a mentor has the skills and fundamentals to teach the prospective apprentice properly and thoroughly. You're also assuming they know as a whole as much as the apprentice. A mentor is just a mentor in name. Don't assume the mentor understands the concepts of learning. Some mentors are just not very knowledgeable and can actually slow you down, as my old mentor did. He wasted so much of my time and cost me a lot of money and a lot of mental anguish that I'm barely getting past. You can learn at home, you just have to be hungry for knowledge. Myth number 2. You can't learn anything from a YouTube or a TikTok video. This is so funny to me. Yes, just like all step-by-step cooking videos, automotive how-to videos, and the thousands of how-to videos you can find online and on TikTok, they're obviously invalid because it's a YouTube video. The reality is, yes, you can learn how to do all sorts of things from online videos. These how-to videos can be a solid building foundation for the basic fundamentals of the craft that you're learning. Will you eventually have to learn for real? Yes, and that's exactly why you're taking the first steps to learn it online prior to doing it for real. It's a fact that there is accurate information on YouTube. Is there wrong information online? Of course, but you can also say there's bad mentors teaching bad information in every shop all across the globe. Just because you're learning within the confines of an actual tattoo shop doesn't automatically make that information correct by default. That's just the truth. And just because that information is shared online doesn't automatically make it incorrect. There are a lot of mentors that don't give a care about art fundamentals. Again, my old mentor didn't have any art fundamentals and I just couldn't learn anything from him. And if I could, it was very limited. And yes, that was a real apprenticeship in a real tattoo shop. My point is the source of the information, whether it be online or in person, is irrelevant. The quality of the body of information being taught is what's important, period. Myth number 3. You have to know all the classic tattoo artists in order to respect the craft of tattooing. Do you have to know of Nico Hurtado, Ed Hardy, and Ralph Nonweiler in order to respect and draw well? You do not. Will that make you a better artist? Nope. Will knowing the history of the tattoo industry help you respect the craft? No. Making art alone will help you respect the craft. Understanding that to do good art and to be able to draw well is really hard, and that's where the respect comes from. That's how you become better. You just need to work at your passion through study and find what you love about it. Now let's be honest about what this idea that you need to know and respect the history of tattooing and their artists really is. It's an arbitrary barrier that serves you no actual benefit in terms of learning the craft or learning as an individual artist with their own individual taste. Personally, I don't think tattoo artists are intentionally trying to keep you down with this frame of thought. It's more a matter of indoctrination and repeating this traditional thought for tradition's sake, which doesn't actually make you a better artist. It's nonsense. Myth number 4. You can't practice your craft with a cheap machine bought on Amazon. Just like you can learn how to draw with crayons and a cheap pencil, you can with an old coil or rotary machine bought on Amazon. It's a fact that the tattoo artists decades ago learned on very cheap homemade tattoo machines and did good work on them. I'd argue that in some some cases, you can do very similar work or better with the machines on Amazon, the cheap machines. What's most important when learning the craft of tattooing is first studying the art fundamentals. That's so much more important than the tools and materials at first. That's a fact. Here's an example. A chef with the best knives and cookware cannot prepare you a fine meal without prior culinary knowledge. An architect with the materials can't construct a building without working knowledge of how to design a building. What's most important with tattooing is learning the machine voltage and hand speed combo on fake skin. Hours and hours of practice is necessary. That's what's most important than good tools. Will good tools help? Yes, but that isn't important at first. What's important is how to use the tools. If you can use a cheap tool, you can use an expensive one. The gatekeepers in tattooing will probably never stop, and in some areas they're mighty influential, but unfortunately their opinions are dying out, and I really think they're just in their death throes, and that's why they're being so loud. Hey, they're always going to be loud. It's a very loud minority nowadays. Gatekeeping has never worked because what you're doing is you're trying your best to hold someone down that wants to learn something, and all you're doing is just giving him bad information and adding unnecessary pressure and work to an industry that is all about fundamental skill with the machine, personal style, and personable skills. Anything else is wasting your time. If you're going to take anything from this video, it's this: everything you can learn at home. Don't ever listen to someone that tells you you have to go through them. Imagine if I told you, you have to go through me, man. You can't do it on your own. I'm the only way you get in. Imagine if someone told you, you know what you're good at, that you have to do it their way. That's what old school gatekeeping tattoo artists want, for arbitrary and unnecessary reasons such as tradition and because it's always been that way. Learn at home first, but be safe and learn clean bloodborne pathogen safety protocol. Good luck and happy learning. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.